Hello, Leslie. This is Jeff, the garage guy. I have tweaked your plan again. So here is what I did. Your cabinet system, I had it overlapping the protrusion in the wall. And that was just irresponsible on my part. I just assumed the hose was in the middle. And I finally went through and looked at the pictures again, realized the hose is all the way to the right side of the protrusion. So I fixed that. Now the cabinet system starts at the edge of the protrusion. So your hose will be right next, your bib will be right next to it here. And, of course, we'll do some extra caulking, siliconing, and make sure that the drips of water are never going to hurt anything through here. This is the material we're going to use everywhere. That's the dark gray, is a laminate. Similar to kitchen countertops, so it's going to be a pretty airtight, watertight system that we put in here. What I like to do on the top of this step, I like to do a raised deck floor, similar to the floors that you decided not to go with in your garage at this time. What I'm going to do is use a dark gray floor, and then I'm going to use that floor to find the appropriate matching laminate color. So this gray floor here, it's going to look just like the garage you saw, except it's a darker gray. And I'm hoping that's going to kind of set off our whole color scheme through here. So it may be a little bit different, but the idea is when water drips off of this hose bib, it's going to drip through the floor straight down onto the concrete, and then it's going to be able to flow under a small gap, underneath this base. There'll be basically this will be kind of off the ground a little bit and trimmed out with something that's PVC, and so the drips will be able to go down and just kind of dry out or work their way through. So it's kind of a free air flow system, I guess you would call that. That's one idea. I could laminate it all, and then you just have to keep a closer eye on your hose. So we could talk about that later. I'm happy to do it either way. So what I did is, we had a 36-inch cabinet here that appeared to be 30 inches, and we had a 30-inch cabinet here before. I've changed this, so now we have a 24-inch wide cabinet here. I left this one at 36 inches wide. It appears to be 30, but it's actually 36. That way you still have those really large wide cabinets left, so you can still get any very large items put away. I didn't want to take that away from the plan. And that saved a couple $100 by taking these from 30 inches to 24 inches. I also had to change one more thing to make this fit. I changed these upper cabinets from 30 inches to 26 inches on each side of the TV. Unfortunately, that didn't save any money. The way it works is, 30 inches is standard size. Anything below 30 is the same price as a 30 when I order these cabinets. And I couldn't bring it down. I didn't want to bring it down to a 24-inch wide cabinet, which would be the next standard size. So, and then these two cabinets on the left and right of the workbench, I changed those from 24 inches wide to 20 inches wide. And that's what gave us our 10 inches that we needed here. And then I matched that 10 inches over here. So the cabinet system itself is 20 inches less wide. As I said before, I did a little angle here. If you could visualize your hose bib, it's going to be right next to this wall. I also am including in the document I'm sending over the overall width of the cabinet system and the widths of each of these cabinet towers, I guess you can call them, or upright vertical sections. I didn't put heights on here. The idea is this thing is going to go from the floor to the ceiling, and I might have to tweak heights on this or tweak a height on this, so I don't want to pigeonhole myself into saying, hey, this cabinet's going to be exactly 78 inches or 82 inches when I might decide to make it 83 inches as I really get into the nitty-gritty of how to get this thing to work. So I'm including a version of this in the email with pricing. I have a potential install date. Still absolutely happy to make any changes. I just made the assumption that this is what you meant by the white cabinets with the single pinstripe. I'm pretty excited about it. This is going to look really good. I can't wait to see it done. Can't wait to work on it. And what I'll do on the email also, we'll talk about getting together soon, and there'll be a deposit involved, and we'll get this thing on the calendar. I have an install date, beginning of June available, so I look forward to hearing back. Thanks.